Hey, RPM Trey Vietnam and this bitch. Fucking beautiful day out. There's a gun show here in Cedar Rapids this weekend. I just got paid today. I probably won't buy a gun this weekend, but if I wanted to, I could. I got my wish list is so damn long, man. I could literally spend like 50 grand on guns today. If I had it to blow 50K, I could do it easily. It wouldn't take me all day either to figure out what it was that I wanted to do. I'll go right down the fucking list. The list is crazy. What I like about guns is that a lot of them nowadays, especially, they're pretty modular, so you can do a whole bunch of shit to it. The upgrades and the little cute little things you can do to them. There's a lot going on for whatever trips your trigger, so to speak. Whatever tickles your fancy, you can do, especially with guns like AR-15s, Glocks too. And then there's anything you can think of, Cerakoting, where you can color them however you want, engraving on them and shit like that. Do different etchings, slide cuts, and all type of shit. It's really an art form, and it's really a hobby that doubles as life preservation practices, as far as handling firearms, learning, and then obsessively following all 4 of the gun safety rules, doing the training, elevating your training, because you can never get too much training, and there's different tiers of training, and it's a fun thing, man. I like to get into more physical training, because what I notice is that when I go to the range, I tend to be very good with pistols, handguns, pretty easy. Shooting a rifle is pretty easy, especially once you get into it, once you get the fundamentals down. If you have any hand-eye coordination whatsoever, any athleticism about you at all, you will find it to be very natural once you respect and truly appreciate even the opportunity in a world like this for you to casually get involved with firearms and then allow yourself to grow. Even doing that in and of itself is a beautiful thing. And I do appreciate being able to do that without having to fear for my life, or do that on the threat that authorities will be on my ass. The gun rights and the freedom is for everybody. The Chinese people got gun rights. Y'all don't understand this. There's not a country in the world that don't get no gun rights. The problem is some countries hyper focus on, and then they master the art of control, intimidation, and violence, where they tell you that if you try to act like that about being free with a fucking gun, like you can just do what you want as long as you're not hurting nobody, they don't play that shit. They're just really good at fighting you and scaring you out of it, but the right is always there. Somebody just chose to threaten them people about it. That's what happened. So when people say, oh, greatest country in the world, the Constitution, like, man, they just agreed not to fight you about that shit. That's what happened. They didn't give you shit. And people that can't switch their perspective, especially these people that like to brag about how cool they firearms are and how much money is spent on their firearms, these are the kind of people, especially when this is the only time I hear them speak about gun shit on the internet, is when they come to troll people about that type of shit, but then they got nothing else positive to say. For damn sure, they got nothing positive. They have no contribution to the gun world, but gun world is just like anything else in life. Just like it is in your sex life, whatever the fuck you was on in your teenage years, thinking you knew what you was doing and you was out there chasing it, yeah, cool, whatever. I'm 43 years old. I'm 43. I've gotten good at sex. Okay? You just grow, and wherever you are in your growth, so be it. Have fun with it. And I'm talking about the gun shit, not the sex shit, but have fun with that too. But there's everybody's on their own fucking journey. I'm not gonna be John Wick. That don't mean that I am invalid in what it is that I'm saying about gun rights, the perspective that we need to have, the state of the world, especially in this fucking country with the politics. We the last beacon of hope because of the fucking guns. They trying to change that, and you have to know that there's a multitude of things that need to be fucking understood. That buying a fancy gun ain't gonna fucking solve for you. We got something big. I would much rather be standing next to a guy that's got a bullshit, cheap ass fucking AR-15, but he knows goddamn fucking real that my gun belongs to me and his to him, and that anybody trying to change that by force has to be the motherfucking bad guy. There's no way around it. It is just that simple, right? I would rather stand next to him with that cheap ass AR than a fucking guy with a $5,000 tricked out fucking rifle who tells me that when the cops come for his shit, he's gonna give it up, and I should too. The fuck? Motherfuckers be crazy. All the trolls, y'all stupid, bruh. Motherfuckers is dumb. Motherfuckers don't even really be on the level about nothing. Niggas just be bitches, man. With a little bit of money so then they can throw it around and do whatever. And what I like to do, because my whole approach on firearms in general is where can I find the best value for the best levels of reliability that I can find, so that I can say that I don't gotta throw $100,000 down on guns for me to say I am well armed. If I can call myself well armed to the degree that I can pass out firearms to family, friends, a neighbor in a time of crisis, if I can make that the reality for myself and other people around me, I would much rather do that. It'll be hard for you to get me. I don't care how much money I got. And I got a little money. I'm not broke, but I'm not balling. But I am so far from broke. Don't play with me. If I wanted to, I could have every firearm that I have be a top-notch firearm. But if a 5,000 AR-15 look good to me, but I could have got 3 ARs for that, I would rather me and 2 other people stand armed together, 3 vantage points with 3 AR-15s for that same money. I would rather see that, because I don't care how dope a motherfucker think they is with an AR-15. If you got a $5,000 AR-15 and I got an $800 AR-15 and so do 3 of my friends, you're not finna win. Stop playing. You're not finna win. That fancy shit, now that's my gun. Are you crazy? That shit don't matter like that. Motherfucking snobs in the gun world be talking all this gun shit, and a lot of it is fantasy. I'm trying to get to the real shit. All your target practicing and shit, standing still, you're not even taking fire, you laughing casually, talking to your friends and shit, going over techniques and shit. That's not combat. You don't know if you're gonna be able to hold that down under pressure. And you could take a street kid that then got into some gangster shit, and he might be so comfortable in a fucking shootout, especially when he is intending on being the aggressor. I've seen the videos, all the surveillance videos and shit that be going out through YouTube and Instagram, showing me all of the motherfucking murders that I would have never seen without y'all. Thank you. What censorship? Y'all are lying. That's a cloak for you to hide, to get niggas like me to shut up, to not be heard. That's what that is, right? But if you get one of these young kids that's really, they really soldiers. And it's a goddamn shame that they don't know where to aim all of that warrior spirit. That's neither here nor there. We can talk about that later. But if that kid is comfortable, and he is actually comfortable with initiating the conflict with people who he knows may have guns and he don't even give a fuck, he might be able to keep cool under pressure. And some guy standing in one place, shooting at a fucking target religiously for 2-3 years. He's gotten good. His aim is on point. He's got the shit well understood, way more so than the fucking street kid. But if this guy also falls apart in battle, and he can't hold his own, he can't hold his composure, bro, 2 or 3 of these young boys will smoke you, man. You not John Wick because you can do that well, or because you do it 3 weekends out the fucking month. Man, it's this bougie, almost like a tier of different classes of different people. The gun world is just as racist, prejudiced as anything else. And what else would you possibly imagine? The gun world is vast enough that you are going to get a very wide range of walks of life that will find themselves involved with firearms. And some people just seem to be uncomfortable with that, and I think it's fucking dumb. And those are the people that I know for sure are so far away from being on a level where you really need to be respected as a gun owner, that I can't respect them. And if these little things draw lines of separate anybody that got a gun that does not have a strong opinion on what that means in the eyes of the government, of the law enforcement, that's swarming 24/7. Where are they not? They're always lurking in the streets like fucking sharks, man. These motherfuckers are concrete pirates. They're everywhere, and they move like robots to the tune of whatever the magical paper told them, whether they know it all, understand it all, or agree with it. None of that is actually fucking required. Only thing that's required is that they perform their job to the best of their fucking abilities and go when the chief says go. Go when the magical paper says go. Then they go. That's all you got to do. It's insane, right? And then people put their trust in all of this shit, which I think is fucking weird. It's a psychotic thing to do. Like, how could you look at a guy, look at a picture of a man, a portrait of any regular man, a random man, and say, here is a summary of all of the power that will be granted to this man in this fucking picture, and you just stop me when you're uncomfortable. And if you just go through all the things that police can do without saying that this is the law or without saying that this is a police officer, you will be horrified, and you have to ask yourself, because it'll start to sound like it, because you know no one else has the illusion to horrify you and make you accept it at the same time. You would ask, like, is this man in this picture a police officer by chance? Because you're starting to sound like horrible things that no man can really do unless he's a police officer. This is the shit that are going in the minds of even people that support the police. There's a cognitive dissonance going on in humanity. The things that y'all know y'all don't fucking like, y'all will fucking happily accept and then wish for me to fucking honor and respect that same shit, to abide by that same shit. Cognitive dissonance, the very definition of it. Because you know, not even deep in your heart or your mind, you wouldn't even have to go that far. You know there's something wrong with the way law enforcement sounds. I don't give a fuck about what the fuck it is you think they do. Because what they do, on a positive note, is the responsibilities and duties of every man in society. If they had, poof, no police officers, and anybody had any type of fucking sense or wherewithal to say, we need a system of people that can come rescue the people in society that cannot or will not protect themselves. It sounds so automatic. That's how the police got here in the first place. It sounds like an automatic thing to provide some kind of security. It's just that when the police were first conceived, they were fucking slave catchers, and they still are slave catchers, and all of us are slaves. All of us are susceptible to whatever they write on the paper that they are willing to back up by force and violence. And that is how it works. It's a magical paper, force of violence, almost nothing else. Well, the hypnosis to get you to go along with without fighting them, because they don't want to fight you over controlling you. They need you to fucking accept it without them having to fight. Can you imagine that they had to fight every single person about the establishment of law enforcement? Your police department wouldn't be able to chill. If everywhere they look, they'd be like, none of these people are willing to allow us to do this. We have to take this control. They wouldn't be able to do it. They wouldn't want to do it. They don't want to have to address every fucking body about how legitimate or illegitimate their job is. They need some people to agree with them, so they go, good, get out of the way, don't fight us. Just let it happen. Don't fight, just let it happen. It sounds like you being choked out by, you know, a guy that's about to take your sexual energy from you without your fucking permission. It sounds like the R word. It does. And law enforcement is the arm around your fucking neck, right? And your fucking local government is the act of fucking getting that belt off and pulling his fucking pants down. And here it comes. Here come the federal government ramming the fuck out your shit, and you can't fucking see him. And if you can see him, you ain't gonna stop him. They got you, motherfuckers. They got all y'all, because y'all all play tough. Don't be about nothing. Niggas don't be about shit. That's why when I see, like, men, and this includes gangbangers, the drunk guy that gets drunk and want to get all tough and shit, even the average protective father. I go, you're not really that tough like you talking. All that toughness has a limit. It's only going to go so far, and it's probably a few tiers below where it is that you're even presenting to me. And what you presenting ain't even a fucking enough, because if you want to stand up for your kids, you love this country, if you gonna light a sparkler or eat a fucking hot dog this 4th of July and fucking celebrate that shit with your red, white, and blue fucking shorts on, or whatever the fuck, dressing your kids like that and shit, if you gonna do all that, you also have to be willing to look at the government and say, and ain't nobody gonna fuck with this freedom, especially not y'all. Huh. We came here to celebrate the freedom. Nobody gets in the way of the freedom, not even our own government. We will fuck any and everybody up who think they finna do that. And there's no way out of it. You fuck with it, we fuck you up. Period. That sounds like a real American, but none of y'all really want to say that. As a matter of fact, when I say it, if I say it, people kind of look at me like, man, that sounds like unnecessarily aggressive. And what are you trying to say? Or what does that even look like, man? I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. Well, then stop saluting that flag. Stop talking like that. Y'all, so many people are walking contradictions, man, that like, in my heart, there's a level of disappointment and sadness about like how fake the world really is. Y'all even fake the smile when they got their arm around your neck, choking you the fuck out. He's got the belt off, got his pants down, and he's penetrating. This is what the government is doing to you, bruh. Y'all are smiling through the fucking choke out. Y'all are being choked out smiling, and that's crazy to me. Because I can see the fake smile on you so-called patriotic motherfuckers. You know it's not true. You know it's not true. That's why I be trying to humble myself sometimes, and I really do realize that the more and more I do this and explore the mind of the average man about this shit, when I call everybody out when I do the open carry demonstration, you got a choice to make when you see me. How you feel about this and all of that. I put everybody on blast. How do you feel? How you feel now? I'm right here. Now you got a choice to make. Think about it, right? When I do that in these little social experiments, I see the fake smile on all the patriots, all the people talking tough, all the people that feel like they have an opportunity to make a change through a vote. I see the fake smile in all of y'all, because all of y'all know that something's wrong. I don't think there's a single person out here that think that everything is fine. We know that to be true. No one thinks that everything is fine. I think sometimes people hide from the fact of the matter, and they even recoil from saying it or acknowledge it when other people say it, because as soon as you step into that knowing, it automatically calls you into a responsibility. That's how I felt about myself, and I kind of feel like I don't know how the world will work otherwise. As soon as you're cognitive enough to even put these pieces together in your mind or in your fucking ears when you hear somebody else say it in the first fucking place. Something is wrong, and it's so wrong that something needs to be done, and we have to stop worried about the consequences or the outcome. It's so bad that I don't give a fuck if we fought the government in a fucking revolution. With peaceful non-compliance as the first step, you have to do that. You can't just go firing at people, storming government buildings and acting like fucking barbarians. They're not going to listen to you, and they will go, la, 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 you guys are violent, now we get to do this. They're not going to listen to you. You got to do something that steals the show, that's non-violent, because then they go, we don't even know how to tell y'all to shut up. Without just sounding tyrannical now. We got to make y'all get the fuck up out of here, and we got to tell you to shut the fuck up and stop saying that. Completely exposing all of the fucking tyrannical intentions. It's the only way we can stop you guys from what you're doing. You got to corner them like that. Corner them like that. And then you will win. Because now they got to out themselves for being fucking crazy to even stop you. It's a checkmate. But motherfuckers don't even want to do that. They don't be thinking that. Niggas don't be smart enough. They won't just go when they hear somebody else fucking say it. They won't start putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And they always find some fucking excuse or reason to casually let that shit fall to the back of their fucking minds. Well, it will live maybe forever. But say, but I gotta go to work tomorrow. There'll always be some excuse or reason for you to recognize what's going on and then do nothing about it. It's sad, bro, but we are getting what we deserve. It can only be like this if we let it. And that's not like some kind of proverb from the Bible or no shit like this. It's literal fucking linear fucking logical fucking thinking, and we find ourselves to be desperately confused and upset, disappointed, and worried about government business. It would have only got that way if y'all been being bitches for 250 years. And if I'm fucking lying or something is off about what it is that I've ever said, say it to me. Articulate that shit well. I think that I'm fucking right. RPM Trey Vietnam and this bitch, boo bang, get a fucking gun, man.